You're listening to The Monetized Mom, the podcast that teaches moms of faith how to monetize their expertise online to create influence, impact, income, and more importantly, financial independence. I'm your host, Flo Alexander. Let's chat. Hey mama, if you are tuned into this episode, you're probably looking to grow your coaching business. Well, you are in luck. I just released a new training on how to launch a high-ticket program that clients will pay thousands for, even if you don't have your program created. Now, you can access it now at themonetizedmom.com/training. That's themonetizedmom.com/training. Again, that's themonetizedmom.com/training. Now, let's get on with the show. Throughout the summer months, a lot of businesses experience a summer slowdown, summer slump, whatever you want to call it. Unless you're like in the travel industry, in the hospitality industry, most industries experience like a slowdown during the summer. So I wanted to come in and just share some marketing tips, some marketing strategies that you can use in your business in order to keep up momentum. So again, this is if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're in the expert space, educational space, that type of thing, there is typically a summer slowdown. I experience it with my financial coaching business. My financial education and coaching business, there is a summer slump because nobody's really thinking about how to manage their money during the summer. And then also with coaching, you may experience a slowdown. So I'm going to be sharing some tips that I learned, some things that I've learned over the years, and also some things that I gathered from this marketing strategy, summer strategy session that I sat in on earlier this week. So let's talk about it. Most businesses go through a summer slump. And I said in my financial education and coaching business, this is something I experience like every year, right? No one's thinking about how to save money during the summer. No one's thinking about money and financial goals during the summer. Everyone's traveling. So you may be experiencing this slowdown in your business as well. So here's some marketing things that you can do and kind of think about specifically if you're in the coaching and education industry, info products, information-based industry, this applies to you. All right. The first thing that you need to understand is your sales cycle for your customers. So if you are in the coaching space, which a lot of you guys who follow me are, if you're in the coaching space, you need to understand what is the sales cycle for people who are enrolling in my program. So from the time that they opt in to my email list to the time they actually enroll in my program, what is that time? And if you don't know that information, you need to be tracking your data. If you need help tracking your data, then you need to be DMing me, okay? So you need to understand what is the time necessary. What is your sales cycle, so to speak? What is the time that it takes from someone to get on your email list to then becoming a client and enrolling in your program? What is that time period? You need to understand that because that dictates when you need to do certain marketing activities. So for instance, if it takes someone 3 months between the time that they opt into your email list to the time that they actually enroll in your program, then of course, you need to start marketing to that person 3 months ahead of the time that you want them to enroll. So say, for instance, in some cases, you might be doing a launch. So if you're doing a launch, then 3 months ahead of the time that launch happens, you need to be ramping up your marketing. So the first thing that you need to understand when it comes to your coaching business, when it comes to your educational business, whatever it is for you, you need to understand the time that it takes someone between opting into your email list to becoming a customer, because that's going to dictate when you need to actually ramp up your marketing. So that's first things first. So that's the data that you need to know. How long does it take someone to become a client? And that will dictate when you actually need to start marketing. So for instance, this month is June. Let's call it July, August, September, October. So say you want to do a launch in October, or say that you have, that your enrollment ramps up in October. So you know that right now you need to be marketing for that October big month that you're going to have. So instead of slowing down with marketing, which is what most people do, they think, well, nobody's really buying, everybody's kind of quiet, everyone's traveling. Most people's natural inclination is to slow down on marketing. You don't need to do that, because that's going to ruin your October. Now that you know that it takes 3 months for your person to get on your email list to become a client, if you slow down now, you're going to have a bad October. And I'm not wishing that on you, but I'm just saying, mathematically, right? Business is math. It's not going to work out, right? So if it takes 3 months for someone to become a client, you need to start marketing 3 months ahead of the time that you really want that big, that you have that launch, that you have that big, whatever you do, event, sales event that you have for your program. You need to start marketing that many months ahead of time. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat if I'm making sense. Knowing how long it takes someone to opt into your email list until they become a client. And I'm saying opt into your email list because the time that someone follows you on social media doesn't matter, right? That doesn't matter. You need to be getting people on your email list so that you can effectively market to them. They've given you permission to market to them. So the time that it takes someone from getting on your email list to actually enrolling. So what is that time period? If you don't know it, you guys need to be tracking the data. I'm all about data. You need to be tracking the data. Make sense? The question that you need to be asking yourself now is, what event is happening in the fall that I need to be preparing for? So again, if your time period is 3 months, right? So we call it July. So say October, right? So say that you have something major in October. What are you doing in the fall? That's the question you need to ask yourself. What am I doing 3 months from now, 4 months from now, 5 months from now, whatever that time frame is? What am I doing? And so that you understand that now is a time period that I actually need to start preparing for it. Okay, so here's something that I don't do webinars. So if you are following me, if you are a coach, I teach you how to grow your coaching business without doing webinars, without doing challenges or launches and challenges. You can do a webinar, but we're not about to do full out launches, right? So if you are doing a launch, right, a couple of months from now, you need to understand how many people do I need to have on my email list in order for me to convert at the rate that I need to convert to hit my income goals, my revenue goals. So you guys know usually webinars have a very low conversion rate, maybe 1 to 2% of your email list. Let's call it 1%. So say you want to make like $50,000 in October. Let's go with 20. Say you want to make 20,000 because that's reasonable, right? So you want to make $20,000 in October, right? Your program is $5,000, which means you need to get 4 enrollments. So you need 4 enrollments. 4 enrollments at a 1% conversion rate should equal 400 people. I have all my phones tied up, so I can't do this math. And yes, I do have an engineering degree. Do not at me. So for 1%, so 1%, 400 divided by 1%. You need 400 people on your email list. So if you're having something in October, that means by October, if you're going to have a webinar, if you're going to have a launch and you want to get 4 people enrolled at $5,000 so that you can make $20,000, you need to have 400 people on your email list. Now, the question is, do you have 400 people on your email list? If the answer to that is no, then you know right now that I need to be marketing so that I can get 400 people on my email list by October. All right. So listen, if you need 400 people on your email list by October, then you need to do the math. So you need to say, well, I have X amount of months. I have, approximately 3 months until October. If I have 0 people on my email list, then each month I need to be getting at least 100. It's not easy math, right? Divided by 3. So I'm going to need to get 134 people per month, actually more than that, because you want those people before October. So first, you need to understand what's the cycle time or lead time that it takes somebody to opt into my email list, then become a customer or enroll as a client. Knowing that is number 1. Number 2 is, what events do you have planned in the fall? What's happening in the fall? What major sales event are you having in the fall? So is it a launch that you're doing? Is it a webinar? I don't teach that, but I'm just giving y'all the information, right? If you're having a major event in the fall, then you need to figure out, what is my revenue goal for that month? So again, if I am doing a major sales event in October, what is my revenue goal for October? How many clients does that equate to, right? How many clients does that equate to? And then from there, I need to figure out, if I'm converting at a 1% conversion rate, how many people do I need to get on my email list to that point? So I just said, if you're doing something in October, you probably need to start now, right? So you need 134 people per month to hit that revenue goal based on that conversion. Know your lead time for someone becoming a client from the moment they opt in to becoming a client. What is that number? And then the second thing is, what am I doing in the fall? What's happening in the fall? What is my goal? So September, October, November, what are my financial goals for my business for the fall? How many people do I want to enroll? What's my income goal? I gave y'all $20,000. So if my income goal is $20,000, I have a $5,000 program. I need 4 enrollments. How many people do I need to get on my email list before that time, before that major event? So those are the first 2 things that you need to consider. So that means you cannot be slowing down in the summer if you want to have a great fall. You cannot slow down your marketing in the summer. And again, most people are going to pull back because they're like, well, cash flow ain't cashing. The math ain't mathing. Trust me, I understand. I've been in the business for a while, right? So you're probably thinking, man, summer is very slow. I don't want to spend a lot of money. You need to be planning in advance and say, summer is slow. I need to ramp up for fall in the summer. Therefore, I need to actually be marketing. My preferred method of choice is using ads. So that's running my ads. So I'm getting those leads on my email list consistently so that when I do something in the fall, when most people are like, okay, school's back in, I got my kids out of my hair, we're not doing any vacations, I'm ready to buckle down and focus, then I have the people there on my email list that I can actually market and sell to. So what are you doing in the fall? How long is it taking you to get from someone being on your email list to actually becoming a client? And then doing the back math. What is your actual fall goal? So I want y'all to write that down. Now, again, like I said, you're probably thinking, well, shoot, cash flow is looking kind of funny in the summer because people aren't necessarily buying. So some things that you can do during the summer. You can offer a lower ticket product. Literally just got off a call with one of my clients, and that's one of the things that we discussed. Like, hey, if you know that the summer people are slowing down on making 4-figure investments because of whatever reason they're traveling, and that's not to say that people are not making big investments, because trust, they are. But if you are seeing a slowdown in it, how about offering something that's a little bit less costly for people that can meet them where they are for the summer? Something that can get them a quick win so that then when they're ready to then put in the work and make the bigger investment, they've already gotten a win from you and you're already top of mind. So if you're like, I need a cash influx still, figure out what are some lower ticket products that I can provide for my clients such that I'm able to get the cash flow that I need to continue my marketing momentum. They're able to get a quick win. And the thing is, like, once someone is a customer, once they're there, it's much easier for them to buy from you again. So then they are now becoming a customer. And when it's time for them and they're ready to invest at a higher level, you are top of mind. So that's one thing that you can do during the summer to help cash flow to keep up that momentum. So again, we talked about knowing the time that it's going to take for people to become clients. And knowing that people need multiple touch points. So now is not the time to drop off. Like, I know you want to take vacation. We all do, right? But business does not get a summer break unless you want to not make money. So, scheduling in your time to take a break. But at the end of the day, you do not slow down on nurturing those leads. So once they're on your email list, then you actually need to be talking to them. I told y'all this before on another live stream. There's a brand that literally texts me every single day, and I'm not exaggerating. And my husband was like, that could get annoying. I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy from them, but at least I know when I'm ready to buy from them, I can just scroll in my phone, my text messages, and find a coupon code. So you need to be that aggressive during the summer. I mean, aggressive, maybe not the right word, but you need to keep that same energy, right? You need to keep that same momentum so that you are top of mind, so that when the fall does hit and people are spending a little bit more money, they're like, dang, this girl has emailed me every week, or email me valuable content every day, or whatever your cadence is. For me, that's emailing every day, but making sure that you're actually nurturing those people. So again, when they're ready to buy, you've made all those necessary touch points. I think the last number was like, you got to have 7 touch points or something before people make a buying decision or whatever. Could be more with higher ticket. Nonetheless, right? And that's not always true, because I've literally had people meet me and within hours pay 4 figures. So it depends. But again, having those touch points and nurturing those people is going to be important. So do that during the summer. So even if sales aren't as where you want them to be in the summer, one, I think we got to make sure our expectations are real when it comes to business. every month ain't going to be a high month, right? There are ebbs and flows in business. So level your expectation and know that summertime can be that slow time. So don't have your expectation that your income going to be here. And in reality, the way summer looks is down here. Okay. So first, level your expectations, but also during that time, be nurturing those people. Be sending out emails, show up on your social media. That does not mean that you got to spend all of your time doing everything, because I don't agree with that. That's not, I am of the belief that you build your business to support your life and not like, don't make your business your life, but you need to be nurturing those people, having those touch points. Okay. The thing that you need to understand when it comes to marketing is that your marketing should not be static. I like to say, because I come from the personal finance space, right? Like your budget is a living document. So is true with marketing. Marketing is a living thing. You should always be tweaking. You should always be updating. You should always be refreshing. So with that in mind, you have to adjust your marketing based on the season that we are in. We are seasonal people. Everything happens. Everything in life operates in seasons. Humans operate in seasons. The seasons are seasons, right? So knowing that during the summer months, you'll want to also adjust your marketing. So I already talked about perhaps doing like a lower ticket offer for your clients to help with your cash flow, but also to give them a quick win. But you also need to adjust your marketing in the summer. So here's a good example that I actually got from the call that I was on Tuesday. If you are a health and fitness coach, it's very likely that you might be in a summer slump, because at this point, it's too late for the summer bodies, right? Summer bodies are made in the winter, in the kitchen, all right? So if that is your niche in your industry, you're going to have to really change the way that you're marketing. So obviously, you would not be like, yeah, let's get your summer body. Sir, ma'am, we here. The summer going to get what it's going to get. The beach is going to get what the beach is going to get, right? So you need to be adjusting your marketing based on whatever season it is. So that's a prime example. If you are a health and fitness coach, like you don't need to be talking about summer body. You need to be talking about how to stay fit during the summer, how to keep your summer body, how to eat while you're traveling, how to find healthy options on the go, how to find, how to look at the recipes or the menu to find healthier options and still have fun. Like those are the things that you need to be talking about. So that's understanding seasonality within your business and being able to adjust your marketing based on what season it is. So what specific problems is your audience experiencing during the summer? Those are things that you need to take note of. What challenges are they having? And with that information, you go and create content and even products perhaps around that. So what challenges are they having? So mine is my audience is moms who are coaches, right? So their challenge is they probably have kids who are home from school, so they aren't able to maybe dedicate as much time or have as much free time as they wanted. They're probably on vacation. And so the challenge that they have is actually having time to actually execute things in their business. So then the solution is showing them how they can actually market in their business, how they can set up systems and automations to be able to still have momentum during the summer with their business, despite the challenges that they may have. All right. So those are the things that I will just give you as some advice as you are trying to keep up momentum during the summer. You want to make sure you understand your data. How long is it taking people to become clients? How many people do I actually need to meet the conversion rate that I need to meet for my fall event that I'm going to do, sales event, major event, if that's what you're doing. And just it all, y'all, really boils down to keeping up that momentum, being consistent, and understanding your data. And if this is something that you're struggling with, like, I need help with marketing. What you just gave me was excellent. I wasn't sure what angle to take for my business as far as messaging goes. Then this is what I do 24/7, 7 days a week. Sis, this is it, right? Marketing and sales simplified for moms who are coaches, helping you sell and get leads for your business so that you can sell your high ticket coaching program. So if that's something that you need, and if you're interested in, then all you got to do is slide in my DMs. If you're on Facebook, leave a comment with the word help. So slide in my DMs, letting me know help, or leave a comment saying help. And we can talk about how I can help you with your business, keep this momentum during the summer, and be able to start enrolling, if not enrolling more clients into your coaching program, your high ticket coaching program, so that you can hit those revenue goals. Some of y'all told me 20K, 30K in the fall is really doable. You just need to have the systems set up and the processes in place in order to do that with the proper marketing and messaging. And that's exactly what I'll be able to help you guys with. As always, I hope that you found this episode helpful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. And with that, I'll talk to you in the next episode.